Hi, my name is John Heidelberg, and this is my story. When I think about who I am today, growing up, I am a product of my environment. We lived in low-income housing. We were on welfare. We lived in apartments and also houses that were surrounded with drugs and alcohol and the wrong type of people. These pursuits formed a vicious cycle. I was stuck, and I really needed to get out. At the time of moving to Omaha, I ended up going to a homeless shelter. I was really desperate for looking for something new in my life. After going to inCOMMON and attending church, I started really wanting more. It seemed like a lot of people were happy and really, I want to say, family. Seeing that people actually cared for each other, I started craving for it. At the core, the thing I longed for most was to be loved.
Hi, my name is Tyler, and I'm part of a small group that tries to be really intentional about being diverse and missional. In this small group is where I got the opportunity to meet John, and over the time I got to see John open up his life to us, and he started sharing the void in his heart that he was filling with abusive behaviors such as drugs and also abusive relationships. And over the course of time we also experienced John going through a relapse and going to jail. And when he was in jail, it was really put on my heart that I just really wanted to start walking alongside of him and just to get to know his story. And so that's when I pursued inCOMMON and just asked them to support me in it, to equip me and to help me with the resources of what it would look like for me to share in those struggles with him. So I started meeting him regularly at the jail, and we just started talking and getting to know each other and started sharing our hearts together. And when he got out, I wish I could say that it was all smooth sailing from there. But unfortunately it wasn't. As a group, we got to experience John come to us and push us away, accept us and reject us at the same time. And we also got to experience him going through another relapse.
At that time, I was really confused and looking for, as I say, love and somebody just to really love me for who I was. I was ashamed, I was scared, I was lost, I was just completely, pretty much a wreck, My vicious cycles caught back up with me again. One day I was just totally broke down and ended up right back at the inCOMMON. Walked in, I ended up, breaking down, needing some help. And that's where the Coopers and inCOMMON grabbed a hold of me again.
And this is when I really started understanding that John and I had a lot in common also. My relationship with Jesus is kind of the same way. I also started to understand like Jesus' unconditional love for us a lot deeper. And that in the same way, I come to him and I push him away and I relapse. And so I really had to search of what it meant to bear that image for John and to walk this alongside of him and love him unconditionally.
And that is when I decided to trust in God and find a new way of life. And I think that is when the full heart of the transformation of me started. And that day was the beginning of a new life.
I've been just so blessed to get to see God doing amazing things in John's heart. I'm starting to see his heart softened, and we're going to see him just come to Christ through that and starting to see him surround himself with healthy relationships. And so I get to see the transition from a void in his heart that he was filling with destructive behavior to become a void in his heart that he's seeking to fill with Jesus and with healthy community. And so through that, I've not only got to see him grow through there, but I've also got to see him become my brother.
Yeah.